beautiful afternoon. Thank you so much. What a warm welcome. And all of you are here, and like usually when I come and I address people, I leave it to them. What would they like me to speak about? What would they like me to talk about? What would you like to know, understand, uh, you know, know more about things? So I'll give you three options, and you can choose one, you can pick one, and then we take it forward from there. So how many of you would like to know that, how to be more successful, whatever is success for you? This is option number one. We can talk about, I wish I had a whiteboard here, then they had asked me what do I need to do, but then that's city of surprises.
I want my notepad so that you would give me notes and I'd write.
So we can also talk about a few things like, how to improve your finances through your signatures. I can talk about that. I can also talk about how to bring more prosperity, happiness, joy in your house. So option number one is success. You can just raise your hands. I would know what maximum people would like to know. Okay, the second option was about your finance through your signature. We might talk about different entrepreneurs, people who have achieved so much through the signatures. And the third was bring happiness, joy, prosperity, money at home, office, and things. Okay, rest of them want to sleep today? Yeah? Oh, rest is all three. Great. Great. So I will just bring in, and I'm not going to take much of your time. You guys are eating, having fun. It's a beautiful afternoon. I'm not going to take much of your time. But just to begin with, what is success for you? So suppose right now you get $1 billion. The first thing that you will do with that money, the first thing that you're going to spend it for or feel joyful about is the exact definition of success for you. We all are very ambitious people. We all want to grow in life. But we talk about vague things. I want happiness. What is happiness for you? What was happiness for you 5 years ago is not happiness for you. It was the same woman you wanted to marry 15 years ago. That was the point of your happiness. It's point of sadness for you right now. So happiness is transformed into sadness. So you have to define things in a specific measurable unit for them to happen. So now you say, I want to be successful. But what is success for you? Initially, success for you was having a PR in this country. Now you have it. It's not success for you anymore. At one point of time, it was just about having a car and having your own house. You have it. You still don't consider it success. So what is success for you? Let's understand that. It can be divided into 7 stages. How many of you have heard of a thing called chakras? Most of you are Indians. Some of you are Asians. But have you heard of a term called chakras? Yes? Yes? Have you ever tried and understand what is this all about? Chakras, what is it, 7 colors of rainbows? A rainbow has 7 colors. Have you heard about it? It's the same system. Red is the most prominent color we see in the rainbow because that's how the frequency is this. How many of you love red over any other color? Blue. Blue? White? Yellow? Orange? Green? So out of the 7 colors, just pick one color in your head and store it. Just pick one color. You don't have to talk to anyone about it. The 7 colors of the rainbow are the 7 stages of success, are the 7 stages of evolvement in life. The first stage where we all are born, all we need is our basics to be met. Roti, kapda, makan, food, shelter, and basic necessities like education and health are the basic necessities of life. If your basics are not met, you don't want anything in life. If your health is not good, would you actually want to go for a date? Yeah, you're puking, your stomach is upset, there's so much of growling in your stomach. Would you enjoy a date or watching a movie? You would not do that. So the basics, food, basic money, health, education are the basics of life. If you see labor class people, most of them have this demand only. They cannot think beyond it. They come, they exist, and they go away from this world in the basics of life. You have food, you have your own home, you have basic necessities met. What is the next step you want in life? And I want you to talk to me. I don't want you to watch television, right? I'm not a TV. Talk to me. So what is the next step that you would want? Your house is there. You have basic necessities met. What is the next step you would do? Right. And? Nice car. And? Listening to your wife? What did you say? Pick up. This is all about you. I am talking about each one of you individually. So have your answers in your heart, even if you don't want to talk. If you have basic food, shelter, good health, education, what is the next thing you look for in life? Pleasure. It could be a car, it could be a watch, it could be a good companion, it could be friends, it could be clubbing, it could be casino, it could be anything you want. But it is pleasure. The moment your basics are met, you say, ab mere paas roti hai, kapda hai, weekend kab aayega? I want to enjoy. I want to spend money on weekend. So you look for pleasure. People who are on the second stage of life, they want pleasure. Mostly 50-60% out of you here would be at a stage where you will say, my basics are met, my income is set, I want to get more income through rentals and all that, and after that I want pleasure in life. I want good friends, I want to travel, I want to see that. That's the second stage of success. When you have your basics and you have all the pleasures, which is the next thing you want? Peace. That people want only when they're 80. Which is the next thing? It's power. You want popularity. You know, in Hindi, there's a beautiful thing which is called Paisa, Pad, Pratishtha, Samrajya. That's what it's written in Gurbani, in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, that the 4 demands of a human being is Paisa, that is money. Once you have money, you want Pad, that is position. That I am here, I'm doing this is my position in life. The third is called Pratishtha, fame, where you want everybody to know you. You don't have to introduce yourself. You go and you're known. The fourth is Samrajya, where you rule everybody. You say, your words become commands. So the third stage of life, if you are on it, is where you want power. You want recognition. That is the third chakra of your life, where you have fire in your belly. You have it, but you want more. We call it hunger. Sometimes people call you selfish. Sometimes people call you very ambitious. Sometimes they call you mean. But you have hunger to achieve. You have hunger to be somewhere where you want to be. That's the third stage of life. You met any powerful man, and you know what they're looking for in life? What? No, they are already recognized. What do you think? Love. Now think about a question. Why do you actually buy good cars, beautiful watches, expensive clothes, nice houses? Why do you do that? I do that too, but why? Yes, and when you get appreciation, what do you get out of it? You want to do everything which is nice and beautiful because you want people to like you. You want people to appreciate you. So eventually what you want is unconditional love from people. And there we want to show that here I am bigger than you, I'm better than you, and you can be with me. But do you realize people are not interested in what you have. People are interested in what you can give to them. We sit close to a billionaire, we sit close to somebody who's successful because we have an expectation. Something is going to come out of them. So it's not what you have, it's what you're capable of giving to them. So the fourth stage of life where people are is where they want everybody to love me unconditional. Politicians, they're very popular, they're very powerful, but what they want is more fan following. You want love from people. That's the fourth stage of success. So when you have basics met, the second stage is your pleasure, the third stage is fire in your belly, and the fourth stage is your heart chakra. When you want people to love you, you just go, you want people to love you. They want to do anything for you, that's what you want. The fifth stage of success, where very few people go in life, is they become very good leaders. That's the fifth stage of life, your fifth chakra, you know. That's where you want to say things and people believe you. And that happens very much in real estate market, you know. In real estate, if you're working with people with close community, if you have no integrity, if you say things to people and people know that, you know, he has said something, this is not going to happen, you can never be successful in life. That's very important ingredient for success is integrity. I have said it and people will believe it. You're sorted in life. In your word, millions and billions rotate because this is your integrity. So when you have power over your throat chakra, you say and people believe. You give them a commitment. That's what people do in real estate. You buy a barren land. There is nothing. You just sell an idea that this is how I'm going to develop this area. This is how I'm going to create this whole thing. And people buy because you sell. You sell an idea. You sell a vision. So if you have that power in your system, people start believing you. Hence, you become a good leader. You become the whole, you become the leader of the clan. Now, usually people stop at this chakra. They stop at this point of success because the 5 elements end here. The basic element is earth element, that is roti, kapra, makan, food, shelter, and health. The next stage is pleasure, which is water. You want pleasure. The third stage is fire. You want to be seen. You want to be known. The 4th stage is, it has all happened. I want people to love me. They should love me for what I am, not what I have. The 5th stage is, my word is command for everyone. The next stage is where very few people reach, and they're called masters. They're visionaries. They know things before they're going to happen. Now, some people call it spiritual. I will not call it spiritual. I'll call it the change makers. So what do you think Steve Jobs was? Which level was he on? Do you think it was about food, shelter for him? Do you think it was about pleasure for him? Do you think it was about success for him? Was it about love? Was it about leadership? Or was it about being a visionary? That I will give world a technology, a thing which does not exist. In our olden times, in Indian culture, there were a lot of sayings that people do telepathy. Sri Ram or Guru Nanak Dev Ji walking from one country to another, and different saints and different people get together. There was no telephone, there was no letter, there was no communication. But through telepathy, people used to communicate with each other thousands of kilometers away. This is what iCloud is. Everything that you have known in spiritual world is what technology is. You're sitting there in India, out here in Sydney, in few seconds, a WhatsApp message received. We don't know how it's happening, but it is happening. This is what used to happen in spiritual world. A visionary created a technology, gave it to you, and that's where people who change the dynamics of world, who will never ever be forgotten, stay here. This is the 6th stage of success, where your generations get and reap what you have sown. The 7th stage of success, it's very few. Only few masters have achieved it. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Gautam Buddha, Mahavir, Jesus Christ, who stay here, who come to affect billions of people for generation to come. Because here, you are not less than God. People see God in you. That is why people who talk about spirituality, prime ministers leave seat for them. Billionaires leave positions for them. Like Bill Gates, after achieving everything, being a visionary, coming at this point of time, where he created Microsoft, he gave you what we could not imagine. He came at the 7th point. Little money for myself, rest will go to charity. This is the point where you don't live for yourself. You live to become a god. You become godly. You're worshipped as God. People live. You take care of generations to come. How many of you have seen an image of Goddess Lakshmi? Others have not seen. You come from England. You don't know what Ma Lakshmi is? Yeah? So Goddess Lakshmi is a beautiful concept of Indian mythology where she's goddess of wealth. We all do puja of Goddess Lakshmi during Diwali time. She's amongst the few goddess who presses the feet of her husband. I am not of that ideology. Probably I'll ask my husband to press my feet if I'm tired, but she's the only goddess who does it. And this is not something to boost the ego of a man. It is a beautiful concept. Lakshmi was married to a guy called Indra. Now Indra is very power-free guy. He wants everybody to worship him. So she runs away and escapes, and the guy becomes poor. If your wife goes away, you'll become a servant in your own house. You have to clean dishes, you have to do laundry, you have to take care of the children. She also does it because the man is very demanding. On the other hand, she's married in another form to a guy called Vishnu, who she really loves, and she presses his feet. But nobody asks questions that why she do that to another guy and pressing the feet. Vishnu is a concept which talks about if you have a problem, it's none of my business, but I will come to resolve it. A guy called Ravan picked up wife of a guy called Ram. It's none of the business of anybody else, but Hanuman came in between, burnt his tail, and rescued his wife. So anybody who does things for other people, you make them godly. And when you take care of other people, Lakshmi, that means goddess of wealth, nourishes you, presses your feet. So the moment you're caretaker of other people, wealth follows you. You don't have to follow wealth. That's what we mean, the seventh part of success. You know, there's a beautiful organization in India called Tatas. Since the time India has been independent and before that, the group has existed. People who donate maximum of their profits, of their wealth, never go poor for generations. This is law of universe. You pick up any group and you see groups who have done charities for generations, remain richer for generations. That is why you pick up any religion, Sikhism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Jews, Christianity, everybody talk about tithing, everybody talks about donation. It's not that they want to take money out of you. It is a concept. When you give to others, you automatically receive more. So here am I to ask you, what is your definition of success? You have to decide and work accordingly. Are you working for your basics? Are you working for pleasures? Are you working for fame? Are you working for people to love you and admire you? Are you working to become a leader? Are you becoming and working to be a visionary? Or are you working to be like a god in a human form? Doesn't matter that everybody has to go there. We all are at different steps of evolution, but choose yours. Once you have chosen yours, let me tell you how do you actually achieve it. Let's pick up the simplest way of choosing colors. If you are going on a death ceremony, sorry, beautiful occasion, but giving you a bad example. If you're going on a death ceremony and you see a woman entering the party, death ceremony, somebody has died, and a woman entering in a red dress, beautiful red dress and beautiful red lipstick, what would you call that woman? Mental, yeah? So what is she wearing at this occasion? Why is she wanting this kind of attention when somebody has died? She should be wearing white. She should not be seen. That's what we do when somebody dies. You wear white, you wear black, because you just don't want to be seen. Now, if a lady is at a club, coming in a beautiful red dress with a red lipstick, what will you call that woman there? Hot, beautiful, isn't it? Same woman, same dress, occasion changes, the mindset changes. That is the beauty of colors. That is how we need to use them. Red is the color of manifestation. Red is the color of multiplication. There were many, experiments done to realize that when cancer patients are kept close to red color, their disease multiplies. Now, suppose you are admitted to a hospital and you're going to go through a minor surgery, and the doctor comes in wearing a red coat, red gloves, red walls, red bed sheet, red pillow cover. You'll puke. You'll feel that my blood is leaking. I'm dying. That's the effect of colors on you. That is why mostly hospitals have sky blue, white, and green, because these are the colors of healing. We don't question. We don't ask. But it is all over you. What is the color of detergents, cleaning detergents? Quick. And blue. This is the natural color of cleaning. You don't realize, but it's happening. What's the color of the major toothpaste? Why? If there is a red toothpaste, would you like to use it? Because you don't relate red color with cleaning. You relate white, blue, green with cleaning. What about things with luxury? If I have to sell you a luxury item, what color am I going to use on my board? This is all going to be important for your visiting cards, your life. Gold. You see the most luxurious place, Vegas, Dubai, where people have wealth.